block, one of the best. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at the 4. And for Dallas, Jason Kidd is out there with Carter. And the man in the middle, center Brendan Haywood. He's a big part of that presence down low. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the power forward. The kick out to Rose. Shot clock at 5. Over Kidd. And it's Rose. This time the assist from Carlos Boozer. Rose has got the game going here with the first basket for the Bulls.
Carlos Boozer signed that big free agent contract with Chicago before last season and then broke his hand before the year even started. But he came back, got healthy, and became a strong presence, and the Bulls had a great season.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk just for a bit. As they got ready to face the Bulls for the first time this season, he talked about last year when Chicago had one of the toughest defenses in the entire NBA. He didn't anticipate that anything had changed over the offseason and said defensively they have to match the Bulls' effort. He said, listen, we want to make things just as hard on them as they make it on us. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris.
You know, just to follow up on what you said there, Steve, I mean, injuries have been an issue for Boozer over his career. I mean, he gives the Bulls a low post presence, and they've needed that for years, so I think it can be a good fit for him.
Now here's Rose. He's covered by Kidd with some arc. About 3.5 minutes left in the first. There's the bucket. Good.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Mavericks on D.
You know, the Bulls were a tough team while traveling last season and ended up with the second most road wins in the Eastern Conference, trailing only the Miami Heat.
Here's Rose. Takes it up. Another shot. Boozer goes up and lays it nice and easy. Boozer's got his first bucket of the night. Kidd dishes to Marion, and Nowitzki backs in. Some good ball movement here. And here's Kidd from the arc. Gets it to go. Kidd's got himself on the board with 3 there. Clark talking about the Bulls on the road. They got those 26 road wins by, I think, getting really tough.
Well, they're such a good rebounding team, guys, and when you rebound on the road, it gives you a chance to win. Nothing's going right for him right now. He's kind of lost it here in the quarter.
And Rose picks him up defensively. And Nowitzki backs in. Shoots. Good, and the assist to Kidd.
He has so much offensive imagination. Always seems like he's ready to try something new.
And there's the rejection. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Lamar Odom is checked in for Dallas. West comes in for Jason Kidd. Chicago also making some changes. Ashik is checked in for Noah. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Richard Hamilton. Here's Rose. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rose has got 5.
He gets another one. That's only his second make in 7 attempts, so a little bit of a struggle here to start.
Now Odom. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Outside Carter. Brewer knocks it away. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But you know what? That could change right here.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Rose is such an unbelievably strong finisher at the rim. His explosiveness and his leaping ability and his strength in the air makes it almost unfair when you're trying to deal with that guy, especially if he's got a head of steam coming at you.
Clark, you nailed it about Rose. He contorts so much while airborne, but Steve always stays in control.
Well, coaches talk about the launching pad. When you let Derrick Rose get to that launching pad, he gets a head of steam and goes off with 2 feet in the lane. Forget about it. He's so strong and so athletic and just a powerful finisher for a point guard.
And Brewer kicks to Ashik. Nowitzki with the steal. Carter against Boozer. Nowitzki, the pass to Odom. 5 on the clock. Back to Nowitzki. He dishes it to Carter. Dallas, no good that time either.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And here's Rose. He's got 7. Shot off the pick. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
West kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki right side. Hits the outside fadeaway. Nowitzki's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll get going.
The NBA.
Thanks for tuning back in as we get back to the action here in this NBA opener. Here's Kidd.
Well, I like the fact that the Mavs were a really strong team at home, and it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, it seems like each year they find a way to win in front of a terrific home crowd.
Now here's Kidd. Terry outside. Lifts up. An easy 2 points on the layup. Terry's got the first basket of the 2nd quarter for the Mavs. Back to the Mavs, that home crowd. They also have another guy who's pretty important in that audience. That's their owner. You know, Steve, he's watching every game in Dallas.
Yeah, from right behind the bench, too. That's something that the team has grown accustomed to. And Mark Cuban has been a terrific owner for the Mavericks. He's turned that franchise around, and he's really a major part of their culture.
Here's Terry. The Bulls getting the bucket. Rip Hamilton with the rebound.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here. Another Coach of the Year winner here, and Rick Carlisle, he took the award back in 2002 when he was with the Pistons. He's proved since then that he knows exactly what to do in leading the team no matter where he is.
And Rose throws it down hard. Now let's take a look at it once again with our Sprite Slam Cam.
There isn't anybody in the building that didn't appreciate that throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
A serious degree of difficulty on that one.
Back part to what you were saying about Carlisle, he has shown flexibility in his style too. You know, Steve, he's changed up a little bit from what he was earlier in his career.
Yeah, he's adapted to his talent base. Basically, his Detroit teams were really defensive-minded.
1:41 left to play in the first half. Back to Boozer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Look how well he led him there with that pass.
Derrick Rose, the reigning MVP, didn't take his foot off the gas pedal in last year's playoffs. He continued his outstanding play.
Wright dishes Cardinal. He kicks it to Marion. Shot clock at 6. Here's Beaubois. Carlos Boozer pulls it in. Boozer's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Well, back to Rose in the playoffs, Clark, it seemed like each round teams would try and find ways to slow him down.
Well, yeah, Kevin, he had an answer for everybody except LeBron James. When Miami put LeBron on him during that Eastern Conference Finals series, there was nothing Rose could do. And so he's going to go back to the drawing board and continue to add to his game. He's got to continue to work on that outside shot. But, wow, and that was impressive defense by LeBron James.
He's covered by Beaubois. Outside, Butler tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Looking ahead to the next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll take on the Hornets. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Rose. 6-point game. Outside, Boozer. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Good. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
field goal percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now.
Well, they should be winning, shooting the ball like that. This is a very efficient offense we're seeing out of this club.
Nowitzki, good.
Boy, this is scary. You get a score rolling like this, you're in some trouble.
Yeah, you can't leave a guy like that on an island. I mean, you got to bring some help.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
I think they're going to be able to see pretty clearly on the replay that the shot left his hands in time, guys. The evidence is right there.
Yeah, and this is a big call, guys. I mean, they're going to take a very close look at it, even if it seems clear-cut at first glance.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place, and I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarter.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Bulls lead by 8.
And welcome everyone to this early season edition of 8. For Houston, a loss to the Jazz at Energy Solutions Arena. They just could not come up even close.
Let it go.
And welcome back as we get rolling again here. A fresh NBA season tipping off here. Here is Kidd.
You know, the Mavericks did a really good job against the East, and you have to be strong out of conference if you're going to grab the number 3 seed in the West.
Dang against Marion. Shoots from the post. Dirk Nowitzki again. Nowitzki's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Mavs. You're right about the Mavs there, Clark. 22-8 against the East last year. Steve, some good numbers.
Man, a surprising note, they swept some of the bigger fish over in the Eastern Conference. 2 wins each versus Boston and Miami. Oddly enough, they struggled against Milwaukee, like playing down to your competition.
Here's Rose. He takes it up and lays it in. Rose has got 15.
Finger roll, that's pure style, guys. I like that.
Haywood with the ball. Shoots. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Haywood.
Thibodeau really connected with the players on the Bulls roster early on. I mean, Derrick Rose attributed the huge jump in his game and what he made defensively to the coaching of Tom Thibodeau.
And they're moving it up. Carter against Dang. Here's Marion. Again, the Mavericks score. Well, Clark, and it just wasn't Rose, as you mentioned. I mean, the whole team bought into his coaching philosophy. And, Steve, you've always said, and Clark has too, that when the best player follows, everybody else will follow that best player.
Yeah, it's easy to do. I mean, when Derrick Rose is buying in and believing in what the coach is selling, it's easy for everybody else to jump on board. And when that happens, you really gain a lot of momentum as an organization.
From the top of the key, Kidd, no good.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
That's good. 17 points for Rose.
Boy, the defense has to commit so much attention to him. He's just an important part of this offense.
Boy, I tell you, Joakim Noah wasn't a sure thing coming out of Florida as far as GMs were concerned. I mean, they weren't sure about how his fiery style of play would translate to the NBA, but I think he's been outstanding.
And the Mavericks call time here. Well, you're right on that, Clark, about Noah. He did win the 2 national championships down in Gainesville, but he almost appeared a little bit, you just didn't know what you were going to get.
Right.
But now the numbers last year, 12 points, 10 rebounds with good percentages.
That's strong.
And Steve, that's what you want from your center.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't think Noah's effectiveness always shows up in the stats because it's his energy and his aggression and his emotion that he brings that really makes a big impact for the Bulls.
And Nowitzki backs in. Cannot hit. Excellent defense there from Boozer.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Here is Kidd. He's got 5. Fade away. Again, the miss by Nowitzki.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on it.
How about the Bulls' improvement a year ago, guys? They won 62 games, up from 41 in the previous year. Once again, Chicago has become a dominant team.
Rose working against Kidd. Shoots from 12. Rose, no good.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
And dominant is the right word, as you mentioned, with the Bulls. They just ran away with the regular season.
Kevin, it's been a while since the Bulls had the best record in the NBA, but the way they came together, it wasn't really shocking. They were good defensively, and they had chemistry and cohesiveness offensively.
Good from 11 feet out. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Hasn't had a whole lot of misses here in the quarter. Very sharp shooting right now. It's fun to watch.
Marion against Dang. It's stolen by Dang. The Bulls leading by 8. And here's Rose outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
I like that. Run to the three-point line, find a wide open shot.
Rose against Kidd. Haywood covered by Noah. Kidd kicks to Marion. Nowitzki a screen. Marion passes to Kidd. He passes to Haywood. From 17 feet out. Chicago grabs the miss. 35 seconds left in the third. Here's Rose. Good work defensively by Carter. Mavericks trailed by 11. They'd better get a move on. Kidd up top. He's covered by Rose. Dallas, no good that time either.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
For 3, Kidd. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
That's one thing to get to the rim, and it's another to finish when you get there. I mean, he's done both so far.
Yeah, through the first 3 quarters, I mean, he's done a great job of being able to complete plays at the rim, finishing drives nicely.
And we'll be back momentarily live from Dallas.
Coming up this Saturday night, Josh Smith and the
So as we get rolling here in the fourth, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark. Doris, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, well, our spark of the game goes to the Bulls for that major surge. They came out of the gates with an airtight defense, and that is what pushed them out in front. If they can end the game how they started, they'll come away with the win, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Everything really clicked for them, Clark, during that run.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it ignited them offensively.
To the point, Clark, where they were really in complete control at that end of the floor.
Misses the layup. Mavericks trailed by 13. Here's Odom. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Kidd's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's the teardrop. Here's Butler. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And the Bulls lead by 13.
Living a little room service dime with that dish.
Nowitzki against Noah. Nowitzki kicks to Kidd. Back to Nowitzki. Covered by Noah. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. The Bulls leading by 13. Rose working against Kidd. Kidd against Rose. Lamar Odom pulls it in.
Well, that's not really what typically happens for someone with his touch around the rim. That's a surprise.
Rose against Kidd. He's covered by Rose. Nowitzki for three, and a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Kidd's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Outside Rose. He's covered by Kidd. The pass to Hamilton. Rose against Kidd. 13 feet out. Mavericks with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 6 rebounds in the game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls.
And they're up against one of the few teams that really took it to them last year. They'll be excited because they got swept in the season series a year ago.
Rose against Kidd. Fades. And again, no good by Chicago.
It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
Knocked loose. Gibson with the steal.
Great job defensively, getting out and forcing that turnover.
Rose working against Kidd. Kidd against Rose. Over Kidd. And again, Chicago. No good. 2 teams with a lot of pride, manhandling the majority of teams in their conferences.
And you know what, Kevin? It's only 2 games. That's all you've got to turn the tables the next season. You better make the most of that opportunity.
Chicago calls timeout. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Haywood comes in for Lamar Odom. And it's Marion in for Jason Terry. Outside Kidd lets the 3 fly, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Boozer's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's good defense. Don't let a guy get a lay-in, foul hard, and send him to the free throw line.
Yeah, I like that billboard there, sending a message. You can't come in here and get anything free in our paint.
I'll tell you what, guys, there's so many talented players in this league now. Such an impressive influx of great young talent coming into the league over the last decade. It's an exciting time to be a basketball fan.
Here's Kidd. 3 from the inbound. Gets it to go. When you look at all the great talent over the last decade or so, Clark, do you think that today's players are tending to reach their potential a bit more than perhaps those, say, in the 90s?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think you look at every era and it's a little different. I think for the most part, the same characteristics in great players are universal. Talent, accepting of coaching, and being willing to put in the extra work on your own. I mean, I think those things are timeless. And any player that maximizes his potential is putting that into practice. I mean, is actually acting on those things. So I don't think there's any particular difference between reaching your potential now versus reaching your potential in the 90s.
Rose. Mavericks with the rebound.
Not much time now.
Yep, they'll need some breaks, Steve, to be able to stay alive.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. Both good from the line that time.
Well, they absolutely had to have those. He narrowed the gap, but they still have some work to do.
Here comes Hamilton. And it's Carter picking him up. Taken away by Kidd.
Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking you could make that pass.
Less than 1 minute left.
And that had to feel good.
Yeah, he exhaled as that one went down.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
He'd like to start this quarter over, I'm sure.
No rhythm, Steve, at all. He just can't seem to find it.
Sinks the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And he ties it up.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Chicago calls timeout. Here is Rose. Will it go? Sinks it.
Boy, right now it's really tough to stop Rose.
Here's Kidd.
Still a chance, but they've got to score here.
Yeah, every possession is necessary.
Tipped. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. 2 for 2, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, he handled his business at the line, and now it's a 2-possession lead.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 4. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kidd. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Count that one.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Here's Rose. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Good foul there. They've got to lengthen this game and stop the clock here.
All you can really do here is hope they give you a chance to even it up.
Does make the second, and that'll put them up by 2. 19 seconds left in the game. And Nowitzki backs in. It's good. This game is all even.
Kevin, that's what you expect from him. When the pressure's at its highest, with the game on the line, that's when he's at his best.
Here is Rose. With the teardrop. And cash in. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Boozer dishes to Rose. He's picked up by Kidd off the screen, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The first free throw is good. And Rose drops them both. Here's Kidd. He's 1 assist away from the double-double.
Yeah, we have seen some tremendous passing from him.
Carter outside. And Nowitzki backs in. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And good on the basket. Book it. 36 points for Rose.
Well, he scored that time, but he's been struggling with his shot for the game. He needs to pick up his shooting percentage if they're going to keep this lead.
Here's Nowitzki. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Hamilton, the pass to Rose. Back to Hamilton. 5 to shoot. Over Kidd. The Mavericks trailing. And Rose picks him up defensively. Kidd against Rose. Rose against Kidd. He's covered by Rose. High post shot. Offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Haywood.
Well, his rebounding is certainly something this team has come to rely on.
Yeah, the fans have come to rely on him for those dunks for sure.
Well, and nobody was disappointed on that play.
Rose. Kidd grabs
the board.
Dallas calls timeout. And Dallas has possession. From the inbound, Kidd with another miss. Now the Bulls with it. Outside Rose. And it's Carter picking him up. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Here's Kidd. He's been feeding the ball very nicely. 9 assists.
Yeah, just one away from 10, Kevin.
That's impressive. I mean, a double-figure assist total, that's nice distribution there.
Vicious DeMarion. And there's the feed to Carter. 4 on the clock. Shoots it. Tries again. He shoots again. Guys, it's come down here to a very important. And Rose throws it down hard. Check it out here again with the Sprite Slam Cam.
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
And the Mavericks call time here. They trail by 2. 23 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. What's your take, guys?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see them pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
Now here's Kidd. To tie, knocks it down, and we're going to another overtime.
Huge shot to put this thing into another overtime.
And another overtime is in store for us. This one has been extremely tight. Great action all game long. We'll see now if fatigue, guys, plays a factor. That's the question. Kidd gets whistled for blocking. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's such a tough call to make as a ref, but I think he got it right. The defender was not set.
Yeah, I thought he was leaning as well, Steve.
Here's Rose. He's covered by Kidd. Rose against Kidd. The jump hook, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
And the shot is good. And that's now 30 points for Nowitzki.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense. Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Mavericks trailed by 3. It's working on Boozer. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Carlos Boozer.
There's a lot of contact there. Good call.
You know, he bothered his shot, but he still got a pair of free throws out of it.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They lead by 1. Here's Rose, and he converts the layup. Rose has got 45 points.
You know, he's not going to make a mistake when he gets in tight. That's a good hoop there.
Dallas calls timeout. Here's Kidd. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Kidd. Launches a 3. Gets it to go. Kidd's got 5 points in the quarter.
He is not the guy you want to leave open behind the arc, guys. I mean, come on. You got got to understand who you're defending.
Here's Rose. Boozer a screen on kill. Up off the screen. And it's Rose missing. Carter kicks to Merrill. Boozer picks him up. With the fadeaway. And it's Carter missing. Here's Chicago. There's Rose with the three. Shot no good. Good defense by Kidd. Gets the go-ahead bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 2. Here comes Derrick Rose. Shoots a fader. They get it again. Hamilton outside. Rose a screen on Carter. It's tipped. Hamilton dishes to Rose. Second chance shot. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And making a change here, the Mavericks. West is checked in. And Rose drops them both.
Makes them count. Man, this is a tight one.
This could be a turning point.
Having critical possession here.
And Nowitzki backs in. Outside Carter. Hands the three. Here is Rose. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
Launches it. Good work defensively by Marion.
I like the defense, guys. Really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Here's Terry. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. Sinks the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Gets them both, and it's a 5-point ballgame. Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the second overtime. What a game. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, what they'd like to do is get a quick shot and then go for the foul.
And then they've got to hope, Steve, for some missed free throws as well.
On its way from Rose for 2. And again, Chicago. No good. And now we've got the intentional foul. Gets the first. That increases their lead to 6. Perfect from the line, and it's a 7-point ballgame.
Nice job to make them all. That's a big play to extend their lead.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 12 seconds left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game. To halt the run. Good. Here's Terry. And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second one is off. Noah with it. Over Terry, and it's Rose. This time the assist from Richard Hamilton. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.